Hello there, Father Louie here to answer your questions. We're going to do it old school here via hand, no stand. But we'll start with a question from Anthony. How are you without seeing all the sixth graders? Well, I teach the I taught the sixth graders every Monday, Old Testament. And it's really sad not to see them. They're a spirited group, but good kids, bright. And we'll see you later. We'll see you next year, so don't worry about it too much. Do I work at a job? No, I don't. Priesthood is full-time, so I don't work at another job. My favorite sport to watch is wrestling. My favorite sport to play is ultimate frisbee. And I ran cross country and wrestled and did track in high school. Here is one with a little meat. What does the church say about donating your body for science and then subsequently having a mass and burial when ashes are returned? Well, we need to make some distinctions here. We'll just imagine donating your body or donating organs for science or for someone in need. That's good, right? The church has said that that's good, that's an act of charity for the one receiving, or even just for research, for science in general. That's a good thing. Where we need to be careful, though, is with what ultimately happens with the body, right? Nothing bad can be done to the body, right? Or it can't be just left in limbo after the science has taken place, right? We need to make sure that the body ends up in the ground, right? We come from the ground. Adam, made from the dust of the earth. Ash Wednesday, right? Remember, you are dust, and unto dust you shall return. So we need to have the body go back in the ground, and we can't have our body used for bad things, right? This is getting more complex, but like to use your stem cells or sex cells or things like that, right? We gotta be careful what the body or the organs are used for, right? But all in all, right, if we are careful with marking specifically what the body will be used for afterwards, totally donate it to science, donate your organs. It's an act of charity. What is my favorite book? Well, I got a few that I really like. One that I've read recently that's fitting for these times is called The Stand by Stephen King. It's a big honkin' book, but very, very intriguing. This idea of post-apocalyptic world and the pieces coming together in society afterwards. I also like a thriller called The Cabinet of Curiosities, a little thriller for you, by Preston Child. And then the last one, and one that actually was pretty terrifying, was Salem's Lot by Stephen King. I'm a fan of thrillers, a fan of fantasy and sci-fi, and now I'm going through some of the classics. Reading The Count of Monte Cristo is amazing, right? That we can learn so much from books. Edmond Dantes, right? He was put in prison unjustly, but then he finds this great treasure, and it's so amazing that how your choices affect you, right? He could use this wealth for great good. Instead, he's working on his plan of revenge right now. But what do I like to do in my free time? I like to call up my friends. I like to play games. I like to read. YouTube is a killer. A lot of stuff like that. And what do I do in quarantine? Well, I'm learning some new stuff. I'm learning how to do videos like this. I'm learning sound systems. I'm learning Zoom, and trying as best we can to continue on with priestly work via Zoom and with the masses and confessions that we still offer here. but really kind of just stretching the brain in this new time to try to think of creative things we can do for the people of God, and also just creative things to do for yourself, right? So that we stay positive and upbeat and use this time well. So those are all the questions you sent. Hopefully I answered them to your satisfaction. Hopefully you don't mind the shaky camera here, but we'll see y'all soon. Hopefully this stay at home ends soon, and we'll be back before you know it. But until then, know my love and prayers for you, and peace. We'll see you around.